Okay, good evening, everybody. It's really been a good Saturday, and I am excited again. Tonight, we're going to start our part 5 of our Jumpstart series, and we've been talking about getting unstuck. And our main theme has been, I got in, now how do I get out? And so tonight, we're going to pick up with the topic called Help, I'm Hooked. And we're just going to be talking about how we get fixated on things, how we get stuck in certain patterns, how we find ourselves in things that we shouldn't be in, and then we get hooked on those things. And so what we're going to do is just really spend some time tonight talking about what some of those things are. And we're going to identify some ways to disconnect and to detach from those things that no longer serve us. Hey, Nita. So I always like to start with a scriptural reference. I'm going to give a few more minutes for other people to join. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, really been enjoying this weather. It's a nice change. It's crazy though, because on Monday we had snow and ice, and then on today it's just really nice outside. Still got the March breeze going on, but still a lot different than snow and ice. I'm done with the cold weather. I'm really excited about it being spring, and hopefully you are too. But I'm going to go ahead because I want to kind of stay within my time frame. We've been talking about how to get unstuck. We've been talking about patterns. We've been talking about, we started out saying, it's time to have a real conversation with yourself. And then we went on to say, we started talking about, the things that serve us, the reasons why we do what we do. And then we got into, talking about our paradigm and talking about familiarity and all of those things. And so tonight, we're going to talk even deep. Last week, we talked about needs, and it was from Maslow's concept of the hierarchy of needs. You can look that up if you want. I gave notes on that last time. But that's what we talked about, was how we all have these basic needs. And it starts from the time that we are born. Actually, it starts in the womb. We need our mothers to provide nurture. We need them to provide nourishment and all of these things. And so then when we are born, we are entrusted into the care of those that take responsibility for us. And sometimes we all have different stories. And sometimes, we receive the care that we need. We receive the nurture that we need. We are provided physical safety. We talked about that last time. Our needs are provided for. And so what that causes is a sense of security, and it causes us to have a heightened sense of self or self-esteem. And as a result, we are able to go on, as we get older, we're able to self-actualize. And we talked about that last time. And to self-actualize means to basically is like coming into your own. When you know who you are, it doesn't mean that you are perfect or you have arrived, but it's having a great awareness about who you are, who you're not. It's having a great awareness about what you want, why you're here, your purpose in life, and pursuing those things. It's your ability to be able to be compassionate with yourself when maybe you miss the mark, but not be defined by it. It's your ability to be able to move forward when you go through setbacks, when you go through transitions. It's your ability to be able to empathize with other people, but not take them on as burdens. That's self-actualization, where we recognize that we are separate but equal. Not any better than anybody else, but we are separate from other people. We can have our own individuality. Okay, we don't have to be enmeshed with our parents. We don't have to be enmeshed in relationships. We don't have to take our identity from other people or from our jobs and from all these other sources, but we can stand in our own truth. We can own our truth. And so that's what we talked about last week. So this week we are going to begin. I'm going to give you some scriptural references. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Wanda. Okay, so I'm going to read these to you, and I just kind of want you to, if you want to write these down, you can. As I always say, I'm going to try to make sure that I stay within the time frame. It's a Saturday night, so I just kind of see it as hanging out. And so I try not to go over a certain time limit. And but also I know that everybody won't stay the entire time. Hopefully you will hang out with me. But if not, make sure that you come back, because there's some really good information here. There's some good information that you need to write down and process. Prioritize yourself. It's an investment. It's an investment. So you want to make sure that you prioritize yourself. Okay, so our scriptural references will be 1 John 4:4. The first one says, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." I'm trying to read without my glasses. Okay, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." Okay, that's our first scripture, 1 John 4:4. Then we have Galatians 5:1 that says, It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. So stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by the yokes of slavery. Stand firm and do not let yourselves be burdened again by the yokes of slavery. Okay, James 4:7 says, "Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil and he will flee." So even before we're able to resist the devil, there's a thing that has to happen, and that is we have to submit to God. And sometimes I think when we're stuck in certain patterns, we're stuck in certain behaviors, we think, I got to clean myself up, I got to get myself together first, and then, I'm going to come to God and God's going to set me free. Well, not necessarily. What the Lord needs you to do is just come to him and just submit. Come to him and admit, hey, this is where I'm going wrong and I need your help, because we need the enablement. We need the empowerment of the Lord to be able to be free. And so I want to clarify there. So look at Psalm 32:7 says, "You," who's that you? That's God. "You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance." So it doesn't matter what we're stuck in. God says he will